Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Future Stars live on Hidayat TV. I'm your host Hassan Shah, and today we'll be continuing with our prophethood series where we talk about our prophet that has been mentioned in the Holy Quran. Today we are going to be talking about Prophet Ibrahim. This will be part one of two parts because there is quite a lot of information about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, and we want to get through that, through all of that, so we'll split this in two parts. So I'll start by introducing my guests.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Bispa.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Mohsin. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Hussain.
Thank you for that introduction. Before we go on, like I say on every single show, my first question is: did you find a lot about this personality? There is quite a lot about this personality, yeah. So you'll find a lot about this personality, so you can find even more information. Before that, can we have our first salawat in honor of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah. The second in honor of our holy first Imam Ali alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah. The third with our loudest voices in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asri was Zaman. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah. Okay, thank you. So like we do on every single show, Misbah is going to read a surah and then Mohsin is going to read the translation. It's very important when you read a surah to have the translation with it, so you can implement it into your life and you know the history behind it. So could we start Misbah off with another loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Sadaqallahul aliyyul azim.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, say He is Allah who is one. Allah, the eternal refuge. He is neither beget nor is born, nor is there to him any equivalent. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah. Thank you, Mohsin and Misbah. Thank you for that surah and the translation. Okay, so let's get started with Prophet Ibrahim. Hussein's got the first thing. Could we again have another loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah.
Namrud was the king of Babylon. He was a very powerful king, and he told the people to worship him as their lord. Since the people already worshipped idols, they did not mind worshipping Namrud as their god as well. One day Namrud had a bad dream. He called all the astrologers to explain the meaning of his dream. The astrologers predicted that a boy was going to be born and he would call all the people towards Allah. Namrud did not want his people to worship Allah, so he ordered his guards to examine all the newborn babies carefully to see if they showed any signs of miracles. What he failed to realize was that when Allah wanted to send down a prophet, nothing could stop him. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjah. So now we see like this town, this place, like a city type area, not like modern cities, but like what was there in olden times, like houses and probably like a big palace for the king. And this king, what was his name? Namrud. And at that time they were worshipping idols as well, and we've gone through a few idol things, and we've explained a lot why, we've explained what the prophet has said about why why would they have idols, because they have proved to them about like what they can't do anything, can they? And we've given examples as well on last few shows. So and now as well as worshipping idols, they're worshipping their king. So a human being, they're worshipping it. That's a little bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now we know there's a king called Namrud. They're owning and he rules a town, city type place, and they're worshipping idols over there, and they're worshipping the king. So we'll see more things. Mohsin's got the next thing. Could we give Mohsin could we start Mohsin off with a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wish, when Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam mother was going to have a baby, nobody found out. To make sure nobody discovered him, she gave birth to Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam in a cave in the woods. She then covered the entrance of the cave, left him alone there, and prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take care of him. Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indeed took care of him. Whenever Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was hungry, he made milk flow from the fingers of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. First, Prophet Ibrahim grew up to be a strong and healthy man. At the age of 13, he went back to the town to live with his mother.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. So at that time, Namrud, the king, he's asking his guards, his soldiers, to whoever's having a baby boy, then he's signing miracles, when her mum was having a baby, they had it in kind of like a secret, so they wouldn't know, and to make so no signs of finding the baby, her mum prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to look after the baby.
She had to abandon it.
Yeah, she put it because she prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and she had a lot of faith in him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would look after the baby, and he did do that. So that's why they never found him, and they never probably killed him or something like that. So Allah helped Prophet Ibrahim stay hidden, so these people could not find him and hurt him. So Misbah's got the next thing. Could we start Misbah off with a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam had an uncle by the name of Azar. He carved idols from stones, and his sons would sell him to the people. Azar gave the same job to the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam would tie the idols and drag them to the market. The idols would become dirty and dusty. Then he would tell the people in the market to come and buy the idols that were so lifeless and helpless. In this way, he tried to point out to the idol worshippers that their idols could neither help nor hurt anyone. Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam to guide the idol worshippers about the day of judgment and how people would rise from the dead. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam believed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could do this, but he wanted to see it with his own eyes. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Thank you, Misbah. So far, now Prophet Ibrahim is working for, he's helping his uncle out by selling some idols, and at the same time, while he's doing this, he's showing them
that their life wasn't helpless.
Yeah. Well, what do you think he's more in detail Hussein? What do you think he's trying to show?
Because he's dragging them, which is causing dirt on them, and a god or someone such power, they would be able to keep themselves clean or something like that. But he's dragging them along, and that proves that they're just wood or metal or whatever.
Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, stone. They're just that they know God.
Yeah, and Prophet Ibrahim, because he had to help his uncle by selling these idols and taking them, he was like carrying like that, and they couldn't walk for themselves. That's another thing. That's another thing. They if they're gods and so powerful, why are they happen to be like pulled along by someone living if they're God? So that's another thing.
And no point of making them if they can't walk or do anything.
Yeah, and that showed this is what Prophet Ibrahim was showing to the people.
Showing them that you're worshipping nothing, so there's no point of worshipping it.
Yeah, that's what point that he was showing. He was showing that they're lifeless and they can't support themselves in what they're doing. So Mohsin has got the next thing. Could we start Mohsin off with Allah salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farhum.
The story is narrated in chapter 2, verse 260 of the Holy Quran. When Allah told Prophet Ibrahim to catch a whole of 4 birds, cut them into little pieces, mix their flesh together, divide them into 4 parts, put each part on top of a mountain, and then call one of them, so that by the will of Allah, each one then comes to life again. Prophet Ibrahim did exactly what Allah had told them, and surely the bird came back to life again and flew back to Prophet Ibrahim. After witnessing this great power of Allah, Prophet Ibrahim's heart became more convinced. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil. So Prophet Ibrahim now he believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's showing these people, these idol worshippers, how like what the worth of worshipping these things, like they're not worth worshipping. And then now he's more he's wondering in his mind. He wants to see how great his God that he's worshipping. He wants to see that. And so Allah then told him to kill 4 birds, and then mix their flesh, meat, and everything together. Yeah, and then separate them in 4 portions.
4 different, and put them on 4.
Yeah, and put them on 4 different mountains, and then they came back to life, and this amazed Prophet Ibrahim and get him more.
And his heart came more convinced.
Yeah, his heart got more convinced, and he became more intrigued, and it gave him like a boost, so he actually has witness. He's a witness that this is true.
So it's more proof that's showing that Allah is real and he is the God. He is all powerful.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Mohsin, for that. So Mr.'s got the next thing. Could we start off with loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farhum.
Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam started to work on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mission. First he asked his uncle Azar to worship only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but his uncle became very angry and refused. "Oh my father, do not worship Shaitan, who was disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh my father, I am afraid that the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might touch you, so that you would be Shaitan's companion." Azar said, "Do you turn against my gods, O Ibrahim? If you do not go away, I will stone you. Get away from me for a long while." Prophet Ibrahim said, "Peace be upon you, I will pray to my Lord to forgive you. He is the most gracious to me." Surah Maryam.
Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farhum. Thank you, Misbah. So now he wants to like show it more about like how worthless he so he wanted now to convert his uncle And what was his name?
Convert his family first was and like
Yeah.
start on other people.
Yeah. So Misbah, his what was his uncle's name?
Azar.
Yeah, his uncle's name was Azar, and he wanted to convert. He started off with his uncle. He wanted to try to convert his uncle, and now because he said that to his uncle, and again we see like people are following their forefathers. Yeah, and they should like look out of the picture and see more, and ask more questions about this. And he didn't do that, and he was stuck in that box, and he was following his forefathers, and when now he's asked to look at this new religion, and there's so much proof that he wants to tell you about, then he gets angry and says, and this is your nephew as well. So think about it, like you had a nephew, and you said, like he said, oh, do you want me to stone you? Who knows what stoned is?
Is it when they're chucking rocks at you?
Yeah, when they like chuck rocks at you and everything. So like group of people, so like they probably like hold you somewhere and they chuck stones at you, and he was threatening his nephew. That's a bad thing, isn't it?
Family as well.
Yeah, his family as well, and he threatened his nephew that he.
The Prophet.
Yeah, he's the prophet as well, and he threatened him that he would stone him. So do you think there's a lot of bad people over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mister, for that. Hussein's got the next one. Could we start saying off with a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Before that, we're going to take a break. So stay tuned for the next part of today's show. But until then, good office.